At Premier Formulas, we provide only the highest quality prescription-grade vitamins and supplements.
Good morning, lovelies. Welcome to Yoga with Jessica. I am a yoga teacher and a group fitness instructor, and we are going to do a Yoga Basics series today that focuses on balance. So balance is one of those things that we all strive for, we all look for, we all try and achieve. And sometimes bringing that balance inward during your yoga practice and really focusing on the balance in the body and in your mind can really help play out in your daily life. So let's get started. Today all you need is a strap. If you don't have a strap, a belt or a tie will work just fine. So let's start seated. Find a comfortable, easy seat. Legs crossed in front, or you can find a half lotus with one leg on top of the other one. So let's start with the hands on the knees. Press just ever so gently down into the knees so your chest lifts. So you kind of go from maybe hunching a little bit to pressing down and lifting up. Your shoulders will naturally roll back, your chest will open. Your head will lift, so your chin will be parallel or maybe even slightly lifted away from the earth. You find an openness in your throat. You find a length in your spine, just a general tallness in your upper body. And begin to close the eyes or let the gaze become soft. And just take a moment to focus on your breathing. So see how it feels. Notice the texture and the quality of your breath. Notice how your body moves with each breath. And then let's begin to shift toward a practiced breath. Ujjayi breath is in through nose, out through nose. And on your exhale, ever so slightly constricting the back of your throat, so you make what sounds like an ocean wave sound on your exhale. Let all your focus be on the breath, how it feels to take each breath in, how your body moves and reacts with each inhale, and how it feels every time you exhale. And then slowly let your eyes flutter open. And let's bring those hands down by the side. So we're going to do just a little bit of energy work to help prepare the body and the mind for this grounding sensation that we're going to be working on. So flip the palms up to the sky and imagine you're tracing a line of energy up your spine, stopping right about your shoulders. And then exhale, press the hands back down, the palms toward the mat. Press the palms into the earth. Lift and lengthen. And then inhale, rise. Very nice. And exhale. Taking a breath between each movement. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Very nice. And then we're going to walk those hands behind us. Flip the palms back so the fingertips reach behind you, the wall behind you, and just press into the mat. So your gaze is up and you begin to open your heart center. Roll the shoulders back. Feel a stretch through the chest. And relax. Very good. And then we're going to switch the cross of our legs. So if you have the right leg in front, bring the left leg in front. And we're going to take a quick little twist. So inhale the arms up. And let's start by twisting to your right. So you're going to bring that left palm to the outside of your right knee and the right arm behind you for support. And just give it a nice little tug so you really feel a twist in the lower middle spine. Gazing over your shoulder if that's okay for your neck, or out to the side if your neck is feeling a little cranky today or you just don't have that range of motion in your neck right now. Very good. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale other side. So twist to your left. Right hand grips the outside of the knee. Left arm comes behind you for support. And give it a little tug. Activate that twist. Feel it in the lower spine, middle spine. You can take it into the upper spine a little bit by gazing over the shoulder. Very nice. And then unfurl the spine. Excellent. So let's start by coming onto our knees for all fours. And we're going to find ourselves knees under hips, hands under shoulders. If you have any sort of wrist issues, walk the palm forward, a full hand print. So you see this is directly under the shoulder. This is a hand print forward, so you take a lot of the pressure off of your wrist. So find what works best for you, and let's just take a couple quick cat-cows. So belly drops, gaze lifts, and then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, release, gaze forward, and exhale, round the spine. Let's do one more. Very nice. And then let's tuck those toes, lift the hips, and start to walk the feet forward. All the way to the middle of your mat. Let your feet be wider than your hips, not quite to the edges of your mat, but a little bit wider than your hip girdle. And bend your knees, lengthen the spine, and just allow yourself to kind of hang here, but with a nice long spine instead of a rounded back. So maybe the gaze is at the mat. Very good. And then let's find the length in the legs, and then the bend in the knees. Back comes flat again. As you lengthen your legs, you can take some of that extension out of the spine. And then as you start to bend the knees, find that back nice and long again. Let's do one more. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, stretch it back. Good job. Hands come to the hips, inhale up, nice long spine. Excellent. So let's come to the front of our mat for our first sun salutation. So finding those feet at the front of your mat, and we'll bring them a little closer together. So now you're going to have those feet about hip distance apart, which is only about a fist width, maybe a little bit more. And let's take the hands to the hips. So we're going to start by working on our foundation and grounding through the feet. And this is crucial for all of your standing balance postures, to find that foundation. Oftentimes I will look at people's feet in class and their feet will be kind of all over the place. They're rolling on the outsides or on the insides, or scrunching their toes or leaning back in their heels, and their balance postures are all over the place. So let's work on finding that strong foundation in the foot so you have a strong balance posture. So what we're going to do is start by pressing all four corners of your foot into the mat, lifting and spreading your toes as wide as you can. Now, my husband says I have monkey toes because I can spread them just crazy large spaces in between each toe. But if you can't, that's fine. Still imagine you lift and spread those toes. Start with the thought, and one day it will go to the feet. Remember, where our focus goes, energy flows. So find those lifting and spreading. When you do that, you feel all four corners of your foot press into the mat. Big toe ball mound, little toe ball mound, inner heel, outer heel. Now keep the toes spread, relax the toes, so now they rest down on the mat. Try not to scrunch the toes though. That puts a lot of undue pressure on the toe joints and can really mess with your balance. So nice firm foundation. Now roll the shoulders back and just take a moment to feel the feet here. And then we're going to let that foundation grow up the body. So feet are firmly planted. Now let's check in with the pelvic girdle. So gently tuck your tailbone. Notice if you're kind of tipping your pelvic bowl forward, if you will. Imagine you've got a bowl resting right here in your pelvis. If you're tipping it forward, put your hand on your back. Press it in so you find this engagement of the core. As you do that, you'll feel the belly become stronger, more sturdy. And a lot of our balance comes from our core. So once you find that, take it up. Rolling the shoulders back and down, lifting the heart up, finding that length in the spine. Imagine I've got a string at the top of your head and I'm pulling it up, just creating space in between each one of your vertebrae. So it's a lot to do. There's a lot to think about when you engage a fully engaged Tadasana pose or mountain pose. You have three major areas that you're focusing on: your foundation, your feet, your pelvic girdle, and your chest and your shoulders. So it takes a lot of thought in the beginning, but with practice, it becomes second nature. So this is how I want you to begin each one of your balance poses today as we transition from sun salutations into balances. Take a moment. We will take a couple of breaths here and we'll find that beginning foundation before we move into the balance posture. And I guarantee you will notice a huge difference in your ability to find a more grounded, stable balance pose. Okay, so let's come back up to the front of the mat if you came back down and work on our first sun salutation. So inhale, rise up with the arms, lift up, lengthen, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Release your head and then gaze up, flat back, and roll back down. Plant your hands firmly on your mat. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Find a plank. If this is a little challenging, knee plank, knees down, tops of feet flat. Very nice. Let's hold it for one more breath, and then we're going to take it into our first chaturanga. Elbows hug side body. Stay in, lower down slowly. Nice and slow. And then let's push back up. A little bit of a tricep strengthening exercise there. So let's try that again. Elbows in, slowly lower down. Very good. And then sweep your chest through your arms and find cobra pose. So if you have a cranky low back, your option here is taking a sphinx pose. So you come down on your belly and bring your forearms down. Gazing forward. If you're in your cobra or upward facing dog, breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Very good. And then let's all press back into downward dog. So here, even if your heels don't reach the ground, what you want to aim for is length in both halves of the body. So you want a nice long back, so press through your palms. Try and avoid a rounding of the spine and the shoulders over the wrists. But here is where we come into what looks like a nice triangle. So really press the chest back toward the legs. Reach the tailbone up to the sky and lengthen through your legs. Reach the heels down to the ground. They don't have to reach all the way, but imagine they're pressing toward the earth. Very nice. So let's take the right foot to the center line of your mat, lift your left leg, and let's begin by taking the left knee to the nose, shift the shoulders over the wrists, and back. Left leg parallel to the earth, shift it forward, and back. Let's do that one more time. Knee to nose, shift it forward. This time look forward and step the left foot all the way in between your hands. Very good. Right foot steps up a little bit. Right foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise up, lift up for Warrior One. So here in Warrior One, we want to try and bring the hips so they're squared toward the front of the mat. If your hips are tight, if your quads are tight, step your right foot out a little bit so you create more space there, so you are able to bring the hips more square with the front of your mat. Arms up. Left knee over left ankle. Arms extended, shoulders relaxed. Very nice. So we're going to take it into Crescent Lunge here. Let's bring those hands to the hips and pivot the back foot so you're now on the ball of your right foot. Take it into a little bit of a deeper lunge if you can. Maybe wiggle those right toes back. Make sure that left knee is over the left ankle. If you feel good here, hands come to prayer. Maybe arms extend overhead. Let's hold this for 3 more breaths. And bring those hands to the hips. And let's step that right foot up about 3 inches. And you guys are going to, I'm going to scoot back a little bit because I'm going to be out of frame if I don't. So you guys stay right there. Bring the body forward now so you are, the majority of your weight is in your left foot. And you're just kind of balancing a little bit back on those right toes. Feel that 4-corner grounding in your left foot. Big toe ball mound, little toe ball mound, inner and outer heel. Spread the toes, find that foundation in your left foot. And then we're going to move into airplane pose. So arms come down by the sides, lift up, be near a wall if you need it for initial support. Walls are great props. Start maybe right here, or maybe toes are only a couple inches off the ground. Wherever you are, that is fantastic. As you feel more balanced in the pose, begin to lift the right leg so it becomes more parallel to the earth. Take the arms out to a 45-degree angle. Keep the gaze up and forward, not down. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. So keeping an openness in the chest, a lightness about the body. Use that wall to support you if you need it. Beautiful. And then come back down into your crescent. Very nice. Excellent. So we're going to take that right knee down and come into a low lunge here. So let's wiggle those left toes forward. Right hand comes on the inside of the left foot. Left arm comes up to the sky. Gaze follows. Very nice. And then let's close it down. Take that left leg back. Come right into your downward facing dog. So press back. Nice equal parts of body, upper body, lower body. So let's begin to bring the right knee to the nose, shift the weight forward, and then bring that right leg parallel to the earth. Extend it back behind you. Shift forward, knee to nose, and extend back. One more time. Right knee to nose, shift forward, right foot down in between the hands. All right, coming into that Warrior One. Left foot down at a 45, step it forward a few inches, inhale, arms up. Square your hips toward the front of your mat. Step the left foot out to the side if you need to find a little more space to be able to square those hips forward. Excellent. So we're going to begin to transition into that triangle pose. Excuse me, not triangle, airplane pose. Hands come to the hips as you pivot onto the ball of the left foot and shift your weight into your forward leg. Find the foundation of your right foot, so all four corners press. Arms come down by the side. Shift the weight into the right foot even more. Step those left toes up and then begin to lift up, rise up into your airplane pose. Check in with the foundation of your right foot, all four corners pressing firmly into the earth. Toes spread, no scrunching. See if you can find a deeper expression if it suits you today. Walls there for support if you need it. Very nice. Slowly bend the right knee and come back into your lunge. Hands to the hips, lower down on the left knee. Scoot that left knee back as you set your left palm on the inside of your right foot and then twist. Right arm to the sky. Gaze to follow. And close. Very good. So let's go through one vinyasa. Right foot back, high plank, knees down, low plank if you prefer. Elbows in, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, sweep it through, cobra or up dog. Roll back on those toes and find your downward facing dog. Very nice. So we're going to begin to walk the feet forward and come to the middle of the mat. Feet are wide as you set your bottom down toward your mat from Balasana. And then we're going to find a toe balance here. So begin to come up high on the toes. Drop the bottom down so you find those hips just kind of settling down toward the earth. Arms are on the insides of the legs. You can stay right here and focus on finding balance here. If you feel pretty firm in your balance, left palm rises, right hand joins. And breathe. Let's do 3 breaths together. And if you fall, that's fine. Come back up. Always give yourself one additional breath after you lose the posture, so you create that mind and body connection. Very nice. Release the hands down. Release the heels down. Forward fold. Wrap the arms behind the calves and draw the body toward the thighs. And inhale, reverse swan dive back up to a standing. Exhale, palms to prayer in front of the heart. Very nice. So let's turn to face each other. And we're going to work on a couple more standing balance poses. So bringing the feet either hip distance apart or big toes together, heels slightly apart to challenge your balance. From here, we are going to find our first tree pose. So with tree pose, again, find that really firm foundation of the feet before we even lift a leg to move into our balance. So lift and spread the toes, all 4 corners, press into the earth. Tailbone tucks, engage the core, navel to the spine. Shoulders down, heart lifts. Very nice. So let's take the hands to the hips. Once you feel really grounded in this foundation, begin to draw the right heel into the left ankle. Now, if this is good for you today, stay right here. But if you feel like you can move forward, let's try sliding that foot up to the calf. Try and keep that hip open. And also make sure that you're not lifting the hip, but it stays nice and even with the other side. If you would like to draw those branches of your tree up for a little bit of a challenge, draw the arms overhead. If you'd like even more of a challenge, if you feel really stable here, bring the foot into the inner thigh. Very nice. Try and keep that knee protected by lifting the quad of the standing leg. Lengthen, lift, keep your gaze at a spot in front of you. Remember not to look down at the ground. Where focus goes, energy flows, and you will more than likely lose your balance. Very nice. So we're going to try and transition into another balance pose from here. Let's begin to bring the hands down, left hand to the hip, right hand grips the front of the right knee. Right foot flexes like you have it in a stirrup, and then left hand joins. Very good. Check in with that left foot. Is it grounded? Is your left knee lifting, protecting your knee, engaging your standing leg? Lots of things to think about. Lots of connections to be made. Very nice. And let's slowly release. Excellent. Give yourself a moment to circle the left foot so you kind of roll out that ankle a little bit and get any little pops, cricks and cracks out of there. We stood on it for a good minute and a half, so give it some love. And then find your feet in hip distance or big toes together. So let's repeat that tree and second balance posture on our other side. Foundation strong, 2 breaths here. Feel yourself grounded. Feel yourself as part of the earth, like you are one big root, just rooting down into that soil. Find your focus spot and then lift left heel to right ankle. Feeling good there, begin to slide the foot up to the calf. Stay grounded in your right foot. Maybe expression of the arms lifting overhead, finding the length. If it's right for you today, begin to bring the left foot into the right thigh. And breathe. Beautiful. Right hand comes to right hip as left hand reaches around to grip the front of your left knee. Flex your left foot. Use the wall if you need it. That's what it's there for. Ground down into the right foot, all 4 corners. Allow the right hand to join the left. Very nice. Let's release it. Oh, good job, you guys. So let's roll out that right ankle a couple times one direction, a couple times in the other direction. Beautiful. And let's come on down for a couple of twists and our Shavasana. So meet me on the floor. Come on down to a seated, and let's take those legs into just a comfortable cross-legged position. And let's inhale the arms up. Long, tall over body. Let's start by twisting to your left. So right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Left hand behind the body for support. Gaze back out over the shoulder. Very nice. And untwist. Another side. Arms extend. Twist to your right. Beautiful. And up. And release it on down. And make your way down to your back for relaxation. So if you'd like a towel or a bolster under your knees, slide one under your knees and then find yourself relaxing all the way down into corpse pose for Shavasana. So I'm going to sit up and give you a guided relaxation while you lay down and relax. Close your eyes. Allow your body to just release completely. Take a couple of deep breaths and let them out with a sigh. So inhale real deep. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Very nice. So as you lay here, feel the entire back body as it's supported by the earth. It no longer has to do any work, has to keep you balanced. It just has to be. Rest peacefully, letting all of the magic of your yoga practice kind of settle into the cells here, become part of your body, part of your nature. Feel the back of your head as it rests comfortably on the earth. The backs of your shoulders, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist. The back of your left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist. The back of your heart space. That beautiful heart that beats just for you. The back of your rib cage. Your lower back. Feel your right hip and glute as it just rests, fully supported by the earth. All the way down your right leg to your knee, to the right foot. Relax. Feel the left hip and the left glute fully supported. All the way down the left leg to the left knee, the left heel and foot. And then let's begin to find the softest movement as you take deeper breaths and you feel your heart, your chest inhale and rise. And as you exhale, feel everything fall back down into the support of the earth. Begin to stretch your fingers. Open your hands, gently clenching a fist. Opening a hand, beginning to gently move your neck, awaken your neck, head, rolling feet. And as you're ready, slowly make your way over to your favorite side. Slowly, gently pushing up to a seated position. So let's take a moment to bow to our practice, bow to our balance. Thank you so much for joining me in this balance sequence today. It was a pleasure to guide you. If you liked this content, please let us know. Visit us on our social media outlets. And if there's something you haven't seen on there that you would like to, reach out to us. Let us know and we'll definitely get it up there. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.